Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode, I'm just going to give you a quick market update. So whatever I say in this video should not be considered financial advice, and I advise you to do your own research before you buy any cryptocurrency. Okay, so let's just dive straight into the Bitcoin price. So basically, Bitcoin is starting to roll over a little bit. Now, if you did watch my 3 previous videos, I have been talking about this, that I was expecting a big pullback out of Bitcoin. So if you want to, you can go back and watch my 3 previous videos. I have my reasons. I just felt we were quite extended. Even in bull markets, we do see lots of pullbacks for Bitcoin. It just wipes out the excessive leverage in the space. So in my previous videos, I did talk about this CME gap that we have here for Bitcoin. It's coming in roughly between 78k to 80k. And majority of the time, price action likes to come down and close that CME gap. Now, it doesn't have to do it straight away. It could maybe wait until the end of the cycle for it to close it. But majority of the time, price action does like to come back and close that CME gap. We did see a lot of liquidations yesterday. So if we just zoom in here in Bitcoin, we can see that yesterday we did get a lot of liquidations. So the price action came down to the low 90k levels, which did wipe out a lot of leverage. So in my opinion, the risk does remain to the downside. I do suspect that we will see some more downside price action for Bitcoin. At the moment, it is still respecting this trend line. But in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if the next few days we do see it break this trend line and the price action to come down and maybe test this demand zone again. There is a chance that it does come down to close this CME gap and maybe test this lower demand zone that I've highlighted here. Because over the last few weeks, we have seen a lot of froth in the market, and we haven't seen a proper substantial pullback out of Bitcoin. Usually in bull markets, we do see drops of up to 30%. So if you watch some of my previous videos, you know I'm sitting in 10% cash, ready to buy the altcoin dip. Now, the altcoins have performed a lot worse over the last few days compared to Bitcoin. But overall, I am still long-term bullish. I was expecting this dip. Now, I'm not rushing in quite yet. I do suspect that we may see some more downside in the immediate to short term. But overall, long-term, I am extremely bullish, and I will explain it in this video. Now, if you're enjoying this content, I kindly ask you to go down, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe. I have noticed that over 70% of the viewers of my channel have not yet subscribed. So I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so looking at this indicator, so it tracks the profit from Bitcoin halvings, and what you can see over previous cycles, you can see that Bitcoin usually doesn't top out until 80 weeks after the Bitcoin halving, and usually the Bitcoin dominance does fall after 40 weeks after the Bitcoin halving. So as you can see in this current cycle, we are still away from the 40 week. So in my opinion, I still believe there is still lots left in this bull run. So usually after 40 weeks is when you should start to pay close attention to Bitcoin and its price action. But in my opinion, yeah, I still believe we still have plenty of time left in this bull run. Okay, so moving on to the Bitcoin dominance chart. And as you can see, it has pretty much fallen off a cliff here. But over the last few days, it has rebounded, and it's starting to tick back up ever so slightly. But in my opinion, this is quite normal for the Bitcoin dominance, especially when we see a dip in Bitcoin, especially when it got below 100k. Again, I think it did spook a lot of investors, because we do know a lot of investors are taking profits around the 100k level. It is such a psychological level for Bitcoin, but you just have to be very, very patient. I do suspect that this may run up a little bit higher, but I believe the current high is in for the Bitcoin dominance. So I believe it might tickle up higher over the next few days in the immediate short term. But I do suspect that it will eventually just roll back over again. And then we will see some nice price action out of the altcoins. So just looking at total tree. So this is the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and ETH. And as you can see here, it has retraced, and now it's currently sitting on support. So in my opinion, this is not a bad time to start DCAing into altcoins. Now, if Bitcoin continues to sell off, I'm sure we probably will see some more downside action out of the altcoins. But we did see a roughly 20% drop in the altcoins if we're looking at the total tree. And then we'll move on to the others chart. And this is another chart. So this is the total crypto market cap, excluding the top 10. And in my previous videos, I did cover this chart, and I was saying that this was getting very much overextended. But and now, as you can see, the price action now is currently sitting on this support line here. So again, we may see a reaction. We may see some bullish price action out of the altcoins, as they have dropped quite significant compared to Bitcoin. And everyone is starting to understand that we are going into an altcoin season, especially once we see the Bitcoin dominance chart rolling over. So in my opinion, I'm just going to proceed with caution, keep a close eye on Bitcoin, and eventually start deploying the rest of my capital into select altcoins. In my opinion, this is not a bad place to start DCA. So we did see some FUD yesterday about quantum computing affecting Bitcoin. So you may have heard of Google's quantum chip Willow and its incredible performance. Some are worried this spells doom for Bitcoin wallets. In the meantime, you have nothing to worry about. And within the next 3 to 4 years, you may see an upgrade in the Bitcoin's code just to future-proof it against quantum computing. We also got some news today about Microsoft shareholders vote against Bitcoin investment proposal. So this is obviously not good. We would like to see more of the Magnificent Seven companies to adopt Bitcoin and put it in their balance sheet. So at the moment now, Tesla is the only company out of the Mag 7 to adopt the Bitcoin strategy by keeping it on its balance sheet. But in my opinion, as we progress into the future, I do suspect that we will see some more and more big companies to adopt Bitcoin, because we know that governments around the world are going to continue to print money, which is going to cause inflation, which is losing purchasing power with your fiat currencies. So the only way, in my opinion, to combat this is to adopt Bitcoin. And while I'm saying this, I did see this tweet here yesterday. So Amazon shareholder, the National Center of Public Policy Research, submits proposal for Amazon to adopt Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset. So slowly and surely, we are seeing more and more big companies recognizing how powerful Bitcoin is at storing your wealth. And it would be sweet if we did see Amazon to adopt it, or any other Magnificent Seven company, because once one company does it, I'm sure the dominoes will fall and more people will then start to adopt Bitcoin and keep it on their balance sheet. So I also seen this tweet here, just in, 3 trillion asset manager Goldman Sachs says it will evaluate participating in Bitcoin or Ethereum markets if regulatories permit. So again, we're just seeing more and more dominoes fall here. Everyone wants to get involved with Bitcoin. Also, Bitcoin balances on exchanges have dropped to their lowest point ever. There just isn't enough Bitcoin around, so eventually we will just see a supply squeeze and it will just shoot the price even higher. Also, I've seen that MicroStrategy expected to join NASDAQ 100 following Moderna's exit. President-elect Trump's son Eric Trump says cryptocurrency is the future. Quote, "I believe that cryptocurrencies are the future. Banking is slow as hell, it's antiquated, and it doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense that banks run on a 9 to 5 schedules 5 days a week." So again, this is very, very bullish for the cryptocurrency space as a whole. Also, I've seen that Russia's parliament deputy just proposed to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve in Russia. So this is just game theory playing out in real life, because we do know that Donald Trump did propose strategic Bitcoin reserve for the USA. And I'm sure a lot of other countries are seeing this and they're going to try and front run it. Also, we've seen it from Iran. So Iran to embrace digital assets like Bitcoin with regulatory framework instead of banning them, says Minister of Economic Affairs. BRICS are coming. So more and more countries, nation states are starting to consider putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet and to make a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So in my previous video, I did take note that over the past 7 months, at the start of the month, within the first week, Bitcoin puts in its monthly low. And usually it's very bullish towards the end of the month. But historically speaking, December in halving years is extremely bullish. And as you can see here from this chart here, so in the previous bull market in the halving year, which was in 2020, In December, Bitcoin gained over 46%. And then in the previous bull market on the halving year, in December, Bitcoin increased by 30%. So it would be nice if we seen this pattern to play out. So in my opinion, I would not be surprised in the immediate to short term, let's just say in the following week, we do see some more downside for Bitcoin, but don't get shaken out of your bag, because we may see, if history repeats itself, we may see that Santi rally, and we might see a very bullish end to this year. So there you have it, folks. That is your video. I hope you got value out of this one. Please go down, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.